Oh, there's so many yummy vegetarian options out there. You could try like lentil soup, veggie burgers, tofu stir fry. The possibilities are endless. Oh, there's so many yummy vegetarian options out there. You could try like lentil soup, veggie burgers, tofu stir fry. The possibilities are endless. Oh, there's so many yummy vegetarian options out there. You could try like lentil soup, veggie burgers, tofu stir fry. The possibilities are endless. Oh, there's so many yummy vegetarian options out there. You could try like lentil soup, veggie burgers, tofu stir fry. The possibilities are endless. So what you've just heard, that's the real deal. That's the raw, unfiltered sound of an elite military selection. It sounds like pure chaos, right? An absolute storm of noise and pressure. But trust me, underneath all of that, there's a very, very clear purpose. I mean, it just looks like random punishment, doesn't it? But every single command, every painful exercise, every single shouted order, it's all part of a very deliberate, very calculated process. They're not just looking for anyone, they're looking for a very specific type of person. And here's the thing you've got to understand. This isn't your typical training. It's not just about building bigger muscles or learning how to shoot. No, it's a crucible. The whole point is to systematically break people down to their absolute core, to see who's left standing when everything else is gone. Their ego, what they thought were their physical limits, their mental stamina, all of it, just stripped away. All right, so let's get into the nuts and bolts of how this actually works. We're gonna start with the first pillar, the most obvious one, the absolutely relentless physical demand. This is where the body becomes the proving ground. I mean, listen to that. An instructor makes it crystal clear. The goal here isn't to be comfortable. It's not about being clean. It's about total immersion in a brutal, unforgiving world. You have to learn to not just endure constant discomfort, but to actually operate, to thrive in it. And the physical effort they're demanding, it's 100%, all the time. There is no off switch. The whole thing is engineered to push these candidates right up to what they believe is their absolute limit and then push them right past it. It's about forcing them to find a level of resilience they literally didn't know they had. So you can basically break down this physical assault into 3 parts. First, you've got constant motion. You never get a chance to recover. Ever. Second, they push you to muscular failure. Not just once, but over and over again. And finally, as if that's not enough, they throw in environmental exposure. You know, the freezing cold water, the sand getting everywhere, just to grind you down that much more. But here's the crazy part. All that physical punishment, it's really just the opening act. It's a tool to get to the main event. Because the real battle, the one that actually decides who makes it and who doesn't, well, that's fought right up here, in the mind. Just listen to that pressure. Time itself becomes a weapon. They give you these impossible deadlines for the simplest tasks. And why? To crank up the stress, to see if you can still think clearly, make good decisions, and get the job done when your mind is absolutely screaming. And this right here is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. The task is simple, make your bed. But the test is psychological. See, it's not really about the bed. It's about your attention to detail when you are completely smoked, physically and mentally. Finding sand in your bed isn't just annoying. It's a sign that you failed to maintain the standard when it mattered most. And the stakes for making even the smallest mistake, they are unbelievably high. One wrong move and you're done. This isn't just about being harsh for the sake of it. It's conditioning. It's designed to weed out anyone who can't maintain that razor-sharp focus when a mission and people's lives are on the line. Okay, so for the few who actually make it through that meat grinder, who prove they can handle the insane physical and mental pressure, the whole game changes. The focus shifts. It's not just about breaking them down anymore. Now it's time to build them back up into something completely new, something incredibly capable. This is where they start mastering the really technical life-or-death skills that define a special operator. Think about it. That foundation of resilience they just built through all that pain now becomes the platform for this incredibly complex set of skills. And we're not talking about your basic first aid course here. No way. They're learning how to diagnose and treat catastrophic injuries, gunshot wounds, blast trauma, all while under the simulated stress of a live firefight. This training is about as real as you can possibly get. Weapon handling has to become second nature, like breathing. All those drills, hearing reloading, reloading, reloading over and over again, that's to make sure that when the chaos of a real firefight hits, their actions are completely automatic. No thinking, just pure, efficient instinct. And it's not just weapons. They have to master every single piece of their gear, down to the complex mechanics of their boats. Why? Because they have to be able to figure out what's wrong and fix it on the fly, in the middle of nowhere, because mission failure is just not in the vocabulary. And of course, they have to learn how to communicate securely. This training on encrypted radios and systems, it's the glue that holds the entire mission together. It's the vital link that allows the team to coordinate flawlessly, no matter where they are or what's going on around them. All right, so let's put it all together. After all this, the extreme physical beatdown, the mental warfare, the intense technical training, what's the end result? What kind of person actually walks out of this crucible? Well, what you get is someone who has been stress-tested from every conceivable angle. They've proven they won't break physically, they've proven they won't crack mentally, and they've proven they have the skills to get the job done. They aren't born. They are, in every single sense of the word, forged. And for the tiny, tiny percentage of people who actually make it all the way through, this is it, the finish line. And that simple graduation ceremony, it represents the absolute peak of everything they've just endured, but it's also the very first step of everything they're about to become. You see, this whole process, it creates an operator who is ready for literally anything the world can throw at them. And that leaves us with one last kind of chilling thought to chew on. Everything you've just seen, all that brutal, unforgiving, soul-crushing selection, that wasn't the real test. Not even close. That was just the price of admission.